What's up, GameDad fam? I'm trying. Just go with it. Hey everybody, this is Josh Honorian, the GameDad, Honorian. It's my handle for everything, Honorian. It's what I go by. Anyways, I'm back with the Megaman X, and I'm gonna take on Flame Mammoth. And for those of you who may notice, I will throw a shout out to Nintendo because it was so well made. The border around the actual gameplay with the city lineup or whatever, that is not mine, that's not from Google or whatever. I'm playing this on a Super Nintendo Classic. I'm not gonna lie, I waited in line at a Walmart to grab one on release day, and this thing just plays so smoothly. It feels just right. So, here is why I do things in the order I do. So, Storm Eagle's parts do beat Flame Mammoth, but more importantly, okay, we're gonna do this first time, boys, right here. Okay, we're gonna do it first time, boys, second time, boys. All right, and third time, boys. No, 4 times the charm, or whatever time. ¡Who cares? Hashtag comment below with how many times it was, because I'm not gonna go back and look. Hashtag comment on Josh. Hashtag how many times. God, I am really grasping. One of my favorite things about this game, and one of the best things about Mega Man as a whole, is the whole theme of growth. But more specifically, I love... Ha! He's just got to take a cool pose. So that's good. What's funny about this game is they very much so realized one of their main mistakes. So, with this game, you get the boot parts in Chill Penguin stage. This is the only Mega Man game that doesn't... Mega Man X game, I should say, that doesn't start you with the dash power. Starting from X2, they realized immediately, no, this is way too useful, so they would make dashes do the boot parts do other things in other games. But as a result, this is the only X game also where any of the armor capsules are forced on you, like you have to get them. In any other one, you can get to the end with no upgrades. Well, sort of. Also in this game, there is a moment towards the end where you get your Buster upgraded no matter what if you hadn't before that. But it's not through a capsule, so yeah, it's different. And then up here we go. I'll take the double life. And extra something. For those who are wondering, I will be doing all of this game's upgrades and secrets. Every last one. If you know what I'm implying when I say all of them, feel free to comment below. Hashtag I know the big one. That couldn't be taken the wrong way. That sounds like a good suggestion. But there is one very specific, big secret upgrade that will only come at the very end after I've gotten everything else. So, but if you know, feel free to mention it. I don't think that's a big spoiler. Yeah. So, another fun fact about this game is as I've said, I'm a huge fan. I'm also an enormous geek. Shockingly. So, there was a period in high school where, since I didn't have, friends, at least not, ones who cared about me making good decisions, apparently, I got into, online role-playing a bit, and, there was a site I roleplayed on that was a Mega Man X-based roleplay. And so the reason in the last episode I joked about Hurricane Moose and Artillery Squirrel is I roleplayed the two of them. And for those of you who are smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, moose and a squirrel. I basically roleplayed the Megaman X equivalent of Rocky and Bullwinkle. They had more of a Timon and Pumbaa dynamic of moose was stupid, squirrel was smart. Not really, but, you know, pretended like he was. But, yeah. I've never claimed to be a role model for anyone. Just fair warning. I'm rolling through this pretty quickly. I'm a fan. So, I'm gonna get into this. This has nothing to do with, like, my youth, or... one other thing. So this level, I get something I never noticed as a kid until I went back and did things in a different order on purpose. The first time I played it, I should say. Because the first time I played it, I beat Storm Eagle first. The fact that, you know, you have the lights off and there's all these glass tubes. If you... Normally, when you first come to this level... that sub-tank I can't get yet, I forgot. Normally when you first come to this level, there's like electricity flowing through these tubes and you have to jump over it, and it's a whole thing. It's literally like the hazard at the beginning of the level. Well, I beat Storm Eagle first. So if you noticed, you can go back and look if you're curious. At the very beginning, there was like a plane crash in the background. That's because when you beat certain levels in this game, I probably should have brought it up in Flame Mammoth stage, because I beat Joe Penguin, so the whole level was frozen. You know, the levels change, which I thought was just the coolest when I realized. It changes the dynamic of the level, so things become possible. It was the coolest thing. Also important is this guy just gets absolutely bomb-faced by the Storm Tornado. Another reason to do Storm Eagle first. What was I talking about? This is really just... yeah. Oh, yes. So this is unrelated to stories of my childhood. I don't know why it took me this long. And for anyone who hears what I'm about to say, you will probably be very frustrated and absolutely want your money back for your wait. And I don't blame you. There is a refund line in the corner. Just type in hashtag give me my refund. Hashtag I want my time back. Reclaiming my time. Whichever. Hold on. Okay, this is some tricky boys right here. You're supposed to do that with the boomerang, but I don't care. So, earlier today, my wife and I were getting into a discussion because I was listening to one of my all-time favorite groups, Drew Hill. And if someone says some negative stuff about Drew Hill in the comments, you are not invited. You are not invited. Only positivity for Drew Hill in these comments. As a major fan of 90s and early 2000s R&B, hip-hop, soul, what have you. Also, it's where Cisco got his start, so maybe show some respect. And I made a joke, but it was only somewhat a joke. I jokingly referred to them as the second sexiest R&B group of all time. Of course, second only to B2K, who automatically wins by virtue of having Omari on. And that's the exact logic I used, and I personally feel it's flawless. This power is useless, by the way, for those who don't know. The charge up on Shotgun Ice. Shotgun Ice is already so good because it deals good damage and has such great spread. The Penguin thing is literally worthless. I should not be taking this much damage, and it's sad that I am. But yeah, so I'm gonna legitimately argue that Drew Hill is gonna be top 3 sexiest R&B, like in the sense of like sexy vocals. I don't care if which way you are inclined to physical attraction in the slightest. It doesn't affect me one iota. It doesn't affect my life. But what I mean is specifically, I'm not getting into ranking that. I'm talking about sexy vocals. I'm going to say Drew Hill's top 3 all time. Easy. For those of you who agree, we're going to say GameDad homework. You have homework. I'm going to need you to leave a comment, and it's going to be hashtag Drew Hill top 3 sexy. For sure. Or you can go with Drew Hill for like, or where Drew at. I will accept where Drew at. Where Drew at is an acceptable, mostly because I want to return to Drew Hill, and maybe if I can get enough people to run the hashtag where Drew at, Drew Hill will make a return, and if nothing else, it will really mess with Twitter's trending topics if I can get that trending, and I would find that to be just delightful. You may notice I'm not talking a lot about like some of this game's basic secrets, and so many people have done this game, and more importantly, this game is just so well known and loved at this point that I really just feel like explaining what I'm doing would be kind of like beating a dead horse. Like, if you don't know, please comment below. I will most definitely be done recording this game. I'll probably be doing this entire game in a single night, but comment below. You know, I could revisit it in the future if people actually wanted to know, like, a more in-depth explanation. I just feel like this isn't the type of game I really need to explain or teach the plot points to, just because so many people know it. And it's just so well documented. Like, you know, I'm a huge fan of The Completionist. It was his first episode before he had what I'm going to call his major reboot. It was his first New Game Plus episode. Like, okay, Ego Raptor has done a whole piece on it. It was one of his best sequelitises. He's played it on Game Grumps. Pro Jared's played it. I'm sure I can name any number of other YouTubers who have played it, so I'm just gonna play. So really, to focus on the important discussion, which is about the importance of Drew Hill, which I think is really going to be the takeaway anyone should have from this episode. Yeah, if you haven't listened to Drew Hill in a while, go listen to Drew Hill. Independence Day was a good album. Enter the Drew. You can totally listen to Enter the Drew. It's a good album. Here's, you know, fun thing. I've gotten into discussion with people before. People ask me, why do I always joke that I'm an old fogey, you know, just because I'm a dad? I don't joke like that because I'm a dad. I joke because I non-ironically use the word album to describe albums. Like, no quote-unquote millennial of the current generation is going to refer to their kids, or going to refer to albums as albums in a non-ironic sense. Just because, you know, why? Okay, I don't know what happened there. I've been on a roll, I've been doing good, and I kind of just lost it. So, okay. Just focus, finish him off, and then we can be good. And I think that will be a good cutoff point for this episode. So, I guess a more recent thing I can get into is, so I do have two boys, as I've said. They are 3 and 4 years old, for those of you who don't know me. Named Gideon and Joel. They are the apple of my eye. They are the cheese in my cake. They're the whipped to my cream. Don't take that out of context. Can't trust the internet these days. But point is, they are absolutely everything to me. But So they've recently started playing games with me and whatnot. It's become, it's really awesome being able to sit down with my boys and play games. And the older one, he's cool with Mega Man. He'll sit down, he'll play with me, but it's it's there. The younger one, the 3-year-old, loves Mega Man. It's his favorite game. He will play any given Mega Man with me. If I played that all day, he would be ecstatic, which is great. Except there's certain games I can teach my kids how to play, and they're not that difficult, so the kids play with me. The older one is actually able to get kills in Overwatch. Understand. Mega Man is a bit more difficult, as weird as that sounds. In Overwatch, you can literally just stare in one way and shoot, and you could potentially kill someone. In this game, you gotta be able to move and jump and shoot and avoid projectiles, and there's a lot going on at any given time. It's made life a little harder than I'd like. So, that being said, I may full well, in the future, make an episode wherein I'm playing with them. Just as a forewarning, I will be holding the controller. Just for now. At least for a couple years. Just warning you. For those looking to see the little ones in action, oh, I'd love to see that. You wouldn't. Although it is adorable when the older one is sitting here telling me, I'm a genius at Overwatch. You're 4. Why do you know how to say that? And it's been 16 and a half minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like or dislike. Just let me know what you think. Comment below. Remember your homework. Comment. Hashtag where are Drew? Where Drew at? Hashtag Drew Hill, top 3 sexy. Any of those would be good. And if you want to see more, subscribe and hit the little bell. And I know everyone goes through this spiel. I promise I'm not going to do it every episode, but I really want to make this legit. So these are the kinds of things that you need to have happen in order for it to be legit. And I know I will have some people tuning in, at least at the beginning, who don't know these things. So I will try and minimize it. So, but thank you, and I will catch you guys next time. GameDad fan. Workout. Promise I'll have something good for you.